people that I was compared to back then. So, I started to lose all my confidence in myself. And then, as middle school came by, I started to spend a lot of time with friends because, I felt like I was getting the type of acceptance that I was looking for. Right? But high school came around, and then at the age of 15, I began experimenting with drugs. And then, for the next however many years in high school, that was a huge struggle with myself because I was raised in a good family with great values. But on the other hand, I was living with a group of people and spending time with a group of people that accepted me for who I was already. And so it was this constant struggle of just good and bad. And I wanted to be a good kid to my family, but at the same time, I wanted to be a good friend to my friends. And, at that point in my life, I chose friendship. Next thing you know, it's at age 17, this is one of the peak of my years of drug use. My dad passed away with cancer. And the real messed up part is that I was so deep in my drug use that I was actually standing in the hospital watching him take his last breaths. And the only thing I was thinking about was, when is my next fix? When am I going to use drugs again? And, since 15 up until, recently, so for half of my life, I'm 30 right now, for half of my life, I spent doing drugs. And, I never even had the time to reflect on that until now. The fact that I actually was in that moment, and that when my own father passed away, I could not even see what was happening because I was so caught up in this haze. So, I was living life without any direction. I was spending time with people that I thought were my friends. I mean, they're still my life more or less, but I was 27 years old, and I decided that, something needed to change because at this time I was not, a college graduate, and, I was working a sales job at T-Mobile. And I knew that deep down there's always something inside me that wanted more of life, and I just didn't know how to get it. So, I thought to myself, okay, I could go to college and try to get a bachelor's degree. It might take me 5-6 years. So I'll be at 33, hopefully making a decent paying job. So I threw that out of the door, or that idea. And then I figured maybe I could just work up, the corporate ladder in my sales job. And I knew sales could make some pretty good money too. But I also knew that, I don't want to work for a company where I have to show up on a Sunday, and spend however many hours just to make a check. When those are the times in my life where I just want to spend it with family, right? I just wanted my freedom. So then, that's when I got curious about the business because, the funny thing about me is I've always been very open-minded. So actually, before I joined WSB, I was prospected by probably 3 cold market people for Transamerica, and also a friend of mine who was also in WFG too. So at that point, my friend tried to recruit me, and then I started to put the 2 and 2 together because I didn't even know exactly what, Coach and Alicia did, but then I started to understand a little bit more. So I figured if I'm going to join this company, why would I join my friend, right? I should join my family. So that was a turning point in my life. I did reach out to Alicia and Andrew, and we sat for coffee and talked about the opportunity. But even then, I was still very much wrapped up in this party lifestyle. But everything is a process. I mean, Coach talks about building being a process. Everyone has their time, and my time is just beginning. But thank you to this opportunity. But it all started with Danny, one of our cousins. He was the first in Coach's brothers or Coach's side of the family to join the business. So I was actually part of his 3-3. Yeah. So then I joined, and I tried to come around to the meetings. I dragged my feet off the lines. I would sleep during weekends. I would be the guy sitting in the back. You know, and even then, like the first few years was still struggling because I was still spending a lot of time with people that, were, doing the same thing every single weekend. Where, it was just like make a check to spend it on this, make a check to spend it on that. And, so it was a really, really huge struggle for me. And, there are so many times in this life that I wanted to give up on myself. And even in this business where I just wanted to give up. And I felt like it wasn't for me. But, time went on, and then, like, as the years went by, I started to build myself, and then I started to become more disciplined in the meeting, and I understood that each time I spend with someone in WSB is time well spent. I could never waste time with anyone here, because no matter what, when I'm spending time with people in WSB, I'm constantly learning or building, whether it be building, like, friendships, or even building a mind, right? Or even building my own mind, like, or, anything really. But there's always some kind of building going on here in WSB, and that's why, that's why we're roll system builders, right? But, it's been a 4-year journey for me to hit my MD, but I feel like this is one of the biggest achievements of my life because, now I can probably, like, look at myself in the mirror, you know. The man you see today is a stark contrast from who I was back then. But thank you to WSB. WSB has truly saved my life. Because had it not been for WSB and the community especially that kept me around even when I wanted to give up so many times, I probably would have went back to that same lifestyle and been doing the same thing. And, to be honest, I might even be 6 feet under with that lifestyle. But today I'm alive and well, and I feel much better than ever. And I know that this MD run is just the beginning. And I'm very excited to be a part of this community, and I just want to say that I love you all.